Every single crypto influencer you follow has told you they're up 300%, but here's what they conveniently forget to mention. The tokens they're holding were never bought at the price you're seeing on the chart. Before they hit record on that YouTube video or fire off that tweet, a backroom deal already happened. A project team quietly handed them an allocation at fractions of a cent, sometimes completely free. You're not watching a genius investor share alpha. You're watching a paid advertisement dressed up in a hoodie and ring light. Think of it like a restaurant reviewer who owns stock in the kitchen. Of course the food is 5 stars. The conflict of interest isn't hidden, it's just never spoken out loud. And most audiences never think to ask the question. The golden era of 2020 and 2021 made this easy to ignore because everything was going up and everybody looked like a visionary. When the tide came in, even the guys throwing darts at a board looked like Warren Buffett, so the illusion held. Now that the market has sobered up, the damage from that era is finally visible in people's portfolios and people's trust. The influencer moved on to the next narrative. You're still holding the bag from the last one. Psychologically, this is brutal because they made you feel like an insider while they were the actual insider. Researchers who study financial behavior call this a parasocial trust exploit. You felt a relationship, they felt a revenue stream. Historically, this pattern is not new. From penny stock newsletters in the 1980s to pump and dump schemes over fax machines in the 1990s, the medium changes, but the incentive structure never does. What's different now is the scale. One post can reach 5 million people in under an hour, making the blast radius enormous. A token that has zero utility, zero revenue, and zero users can still get a 60-day price spike purely from coordinated influencer coverage. And that spike is exactly when the allocated insiders are selling into your buy orders. You are the exit liquidity, and that's not an accident, that's the business model. The misconception most people carry is that disclosure fixes the problem, but a quick not financial advice at the bottom of a post is the equivalent of a cigarette company writing "smoking is bad" in 6-point font. True transparency would mean publishing the exact entry price, the vesting schedule, and the total allocation size. Almost none of them do that. So what do you actually do with this information? You treat influencer coverage as a contrary indicator at minimum and a red flag at maximum, because sustained organic projects rarely need celebrity hype to survive. Disciplined investors set a rule before they ever touch a hyped asset. Position sizing first, conviction second. If losing the entire position wouldn't change your life, the size is right. If it would, you've already let someone else's narrative override your own risk management. The actionable lesson from every cycle, going back to the dot-com bubble, is simple process beats prediction every single time. You don't need to know which token wins. You need a system that keeps you from torching your capital on someone else's exit. There's something almost poetic about an industry built on decentralization and trustlessness being entirely dependent on centralized trust in online personalities. The irony is thick enough to cut with a hardware wallet. At the end of the day, the influencer's gain and your gain are structurally different events happening on the same chart. And conflating the two is where most retail investors get hurt. Discipline, sizing, and consistency matter far more than finding the right guru to follow. Whether crypto moons or creators from here, the investors who come out ahead will be the ones who treated it like a system and not a personality cult. And that mindset is something you can apply to every asset class. If you're looking to put your capital to work in something with real, tangible fundamentals, check out our links in the description below, where we can help you get started in real estate investing, home contracting work, and finding lenders.